So we're RedLightBad, and what we want to do is we want to empower users to avoid poor air quality exposure. So in looking at the cause, mitigation, response, effect, bow tie, we're going to solely direct our attention to the kind of center. We want to look at where poor air quality has occurred so that we can empower the users to avoid it in the future. So how we're going to do this more specifically is we want to predict particulate matter 2.5 and NO2 by wrangling time, weather, and location. So I'm just going to show you two ways we have done that. So this is data from my citizen science air quality sensor in my back garden, and I just want to point out on Saturday evening that you can see there was a drop in the temperature, quite a sharp drop, and there was a corresponding spike in particulate matter. People started stoking the burning stoves, and it was pretty clear. Sharp temperature drop plus a recreational evening, a Friday or Saturday night, in a known hotspot residential location, it gives a particulate spike. And why we're really confident about this is if you look what happened Thursday night, sharp temp drop, no particulate jump. So let's take that theory, let's apply that to the Acclimate Project AirView data. So what we did in the first instance, and by the way, thank you, Joe, for getting us going in QGIS, we looked at the particulate matter and over the full time period, where were there known hotspots? And you can kind of see them highlighted here. And we also looked at NO2 to see where the known hotspots are. Let's zoom in on something quite close to us here. So we looked on one particular day on a Friday afternoon in June. And you can see principally the air quality around here is good. There was a bit of fizz, no froth. The Dublin airport data, the temperature was nice and balmy. Now, my daughters and I would have been out with the kites that evening, there's no doubt about it. There was a lot of wind, but you can kind of see temperature, location, wind speed, good air quality. Let's look at, roughly speaking, the same location on a February morning commuting time, and you can see we're definitely getting particulate matter excursions. And it's same location, but look at the temperature and wind speed data. It's a bit cooler, slower wind speed. It's possible for us to correlate that there is meteorological influences plus known locations will result in poor air quality without us ever putting an air quality sensor in that location. And that's the value of the Acclimate data, just en massing over such a large area. Okay, so continuing with the kind of statistical analysis. On the left, if you try to average things out over a day, you're not really going to see correlations. But if you look on the right-hand side, hour-to-hour data, there is evident correlation between temperature and, for example, particulate matter, humidity, CO2. And it is very easy to correlate that these relate to each other. Okay, so what do we do with this? Okay, I think the first thing is, our summary is, locations plus conditions plus time does lead to air quality excursions. That much is clear. There are two groups we want to focus on in responding to this. So firstly, the technology companies. We want to empower users, and this is very similar to Hack the Hazes concept. You could give people alerts. If you're going out for a run using Strava, I go walking in the evening, your normal route is likely to experience poor air quality today. Reroute. Or good air quality is predicted, it's going to come up. Do you want Siri to switch off your air purifier device? And this is all without the users having their own €200 air quality sensor. So technology companies can play a big role in kind of enabling this, and I already see it with electric vehicle chargers routing in Google Maps. So this is a simple add-on. And then for the local and national authorities globally, what can they do? My simple summary is keep doing what you're doing with the nudge to sustainable transport, do it faster. And the one thing is with pedestrians going through spaces, and this is the meaning of RedLightBad, we need to hurry people through those spaces as fast as possible. And that is it. Thank you very much, folks.